Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and it's my second video for JJ 3 under 30. I was amazed last time. I cannot believe I did it, and I had a 6-minute intro and the video only came to 29 minutes and 9 seconds, so theoretically I made that video under, I'm not doing the math, but well under 30 minutes. How cool was that? Can you believe it? Me neither. So I thought I'd up my game this time. At the minute, I am loving making junk journals. Like, not just, if you followed me for a while, you'll know I love the ephemera. I make the ephemera. I have my box full of some of my ephemera. So I thought, can we make 3 signatures to go in a journal in 30 minutes? I think I might be pushing it. Talk about going from one extreme to another. Like, I do tag pockets and then I'm doing signatures. But I reckon we can do it, you know. I reckon we can make a 3 signature journal in 30 minutes. Let's give it a go. So I have got my iPad here and it is on 30 minutes. I am going to put it just over here so I can watch the time, and we're going to make 3 signatures to go in a journal. Now what I'm going to make it with, and these were already cut to size, so winning. They were already cut to size. They're just Amazon packaging that you get your Amazon parcels in. I think I'm going to use these as not the cover for the journal, because obviously they're signatures, but for the main cover of the signature, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use those. I also have lots and lots of, let me just grab it all. I've got a big pile here of all vintage papers and stuff. So we're going to put that there. And we're going to make a journal, or 3 signatures for a journal in under 30 minutes. Are we ready? Oh, this is going to be a good one. Right, start. Let's put that up there because it's a big timer and I can see it. It's just here. Right, so first off, these are 6 by 12. So all our signatures, they're probably wonky, but that's fine. Don't worry about it, because we are going to trim afterwards. We're going to probably cover this. So we'll put it on the inside. So just fold all 3 of them over so they're ready, and then we're going to start on building the signatures, and we're going to use this as our base. So is that the right size? Not that it matters, it really doesn't matter. Let's have a check the length. Right, so we know that we can fold this in half. I mean, you don't have to do this. I'm not really all that bothered of being so particular, if that makes sense. And then I'm just folding another piece, putting that in there. So let's lay all these out here. Then I have this. I love this. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to line up just on the inside, because I don't want it sticking out, about the same, because again I don't want this sticking out. And then I'm just going to, where's my bone folder? I'm just going to run this down the ruler like that, and then we have a pocket, and then we fold this in half like this. So then we have another piece with a flip out, which is so cool. And then we have one of Margreth's digitals, and I'm not bothered about it being white on the other side. And these are the perfect size. So again, because they're not 12 inches, we don't, and I'm not bothered about that not being lined up completely. So let's just Right, so I'm just going to move that lot because I'm just going to line this up. Come on, Tone, we're on time limit. There we go. So if we can get the pages done in under 10 minutes, I think we're laughing. Right, so I have got some of this. I grunged up a notepad that I had. Just want to straighten, just wanted that jaggedy bit off. And then again, let's just fold this in half and put this in the center here. We don't think we'll put that one in just yet. And again, I'm just gonna shift this over, and then we're just gonna take that. Take that and then fold this in half. Perfect. Put that in there. Then we've got some book paper. And I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to put that straight in the middle. Right, let's close it up and see how we're doing. I think a couple more pages will be perfect. I also have this envelope, and I'm thinking it kind of is the same size. So let's fold this in half. And then I think we'll glue that down afterwards. Put that there. And then we have, I think I want to fold this over, make a pocket, and then fold it again. And I think, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, so now we've got our signature. What we want to do is we want to open it up into the middle. And because when we was sorting out the pages, we sorted out the pages and already put them in place. So I'm just using some of my humongous, making sure that all the papers, I'm sure you've all seen this before, but all the papers are tightly up against the front page of the journal. Right, and now what I'm going to do is, you don't have to do this, you can guesstimate it, but for these purposes, I am. So I'm going to do it on the cover. And then I'm going to get my pencil and just mark the center, then 1.5, then 4.5. Do you know what? I'm going to do it at 1 and then 1 inch in as well. So I'm going to ignore those two. So it's a little bit further apart, because the one I previously did, it was too far apart. So now I'm going to go in from this side. Mind your fingies. I know people sometimes go in from the center, but I want to make sure that I am properly on the spine. You can do it however you want to do it. This is just how I like to do it, and probably why I don't do it a lot. There we go. Right, so we've got our holes, and now we're going to get our thread, and I'm going to use this wax thread, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. I know people don't only do like 3, but I want a little bit hanging out the end, and I'll probably use too much, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Trust me, if you want to see journals made better, there are so many people out there that literally make them so much better than I do. Right, so I'm going up through the middle, and then I'm just gonna hook this tail under here. Then I'm going back through the bottom hole. Oh, come on, that's it. Back through the bottom hole. And then I'm skipping the middle and going up to this hole here. Pulling through like that. And then try not to catch the thread. And I'm just going back in to the middle. Pull your needle off. Give it a tug, not too much because you don't want to rip it, but you want it still quite tight. And then tie a knot. And again, and I like to do 3. And then we've got a bit hanging out the bottom here. I told you I'd have too much, but that's fine because I'll find other things to do from that. I do like to have one bit longer than the other in case I want to hang charms off it or something. So then we take off our paper clips and we have a signature. And how are we doing on time? Right, so we've got a few minutes left for this signature. So I'm just going to line this up with the cover, get my knife and just gently, because remember this paper is delicate. That doesn't bother me too much. Right, so take your, yeah, this paper here, it loves to rip, as you can see. But that's fine because I love the grunge. But yeah, if you want it nice and neat, you could put it in your trimmer. So I'm just gently and then this envelope here, I'm gonna glue this down before I cut because not that bit, let's do it around the white bit and let's go around here because we want it to be a pocket, because I'm going to trim off the ends just like that. Perfect, because it overhangs, look, but that's absolutely fine. So we're just gonna, do you know what? No, I think I'm going to leave it overhanging. I quite like that. And I quite like that it's jagged as well. So that's our first signature. So let's make another one. Let's rip this. And then what have we got? So again, let's pull it in a little bit. And this one I'm going to pull in a little bit further. Like that. And then fold this in half. Perfect. Then I've got this. Again, this is just a piece of my rust paper. Let's just make sure we've properly secured it down. Put that there. We have another piece of rust paper, but I don't want to put that in yet. We have got some wallpaper but I don't want to put this in yet either, because I want it all to be different sizes. I've got some packing paper. Let's put that in there, and then we'll put the wallpaper in, and then we'll put this just down the bottom here. And then we're going to put in, I don't think I'm going to use this book page because it is so fragile, and yeah, it keeps ripping, but I might, look at this, oh, it's delicious. I'm going to use some vintage music paper, and oh, shall I, do you know what, I'm going to fold it this way. So we've got the music the right way up. And a page a different size, which is so cool. I don't think I'm going to use is this folded? Yes, right, let's put that in. Perfect, that was made for that. What else have we got? What else have we got? We have got one of these, which is already folded as well. But it's, I don't want like this, the same sizes, if that makes sense. Should we put that there? Let's put that there. And I think that will do for that one. Let's just make sure all the papers are within the journal. Yep. And that's the center. Oh, I just moved it up. Right, so now where are our paper clips? There we go. I'm just going to put two on the bottom. And then, do you know what? I think it's going to be easier for me to trim these off so I can see what I'm doing. Let's make sure that is all lined up. And yeah, I was going to say this should go through this dream. So if you've got this trimmer, 100% saves time. Perfect. Now we can still move these and line these up. And then, again, you don't have to do this, but I want to. So I'm just gonna, and 1 inch from the bottom and 1 inch from the top. Poke it through, poke it through, poke it through again. Let's do 3 and a bit this time. And get my little needle. Oh my God, oh my goodness. I think we're going to do it, you know, guys. I think we are. All right, so let's pull the needle through. And let's tuck that under there. go through there. You can go through the top or through the bottom, doesn't matter, really doesn't matter. Pull it through again, pull that to the side so you don't put the needle through it. You should be all right anyway, because these bookbinding needles, they're quite dull needles. So, and then let's just pull that tight, take off the paper clips, pull that as tight as you can, or as tight as you feel is not going to rip the paper. And I like to do 3, hang that down there, and I think we'll make this one shorter. And again, don't worry about my thread, I play with it, I use it in other things. And then we have signature number 2. And I mean, one's a different size. I'm not bothered. It's a junk journal. I'm not going for perfection. I'm literally I just want to make a journal. Right, I've got the papers. Let's get putting them together. So here's our, let's make sure this is straight. And we're going to put this in, and then we've got our piece of wallpaper. Right, sorry about that, I just had to pause my video and go and help my son with something. So let's just put this in, and then I'm just going to rip this off. So we know what the sizing is. And then I've got a piece of 6x6 scrapbook paper. Let's put that in there. And then we have our, right, I'm going to do this sideways. I know, there's going to be, you can't put music paper sideways. You absolutely could. You can do what you want. It is your journal. It is entirely up to you. So music paper sideways. We've got an envelope which we can fold and put in. We have a piece of, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fold it at a weird angle like that is what I think I'm gonna do with that. So we've got one side longer than the other. Then we have a book page, which again is sideways, but that's okay. We have this, which is already folded. So let's have a look. So where do we want this? So we want this about here. I'm just guesstimating. There we go. And we will there we go. All right, so I'm going to turn this the other way because one side is shiny and one side is not, and it will be easier to open. So we're going to put that in there. We have got another piece of rust paper, and I'm going to do the same on this one. How did I put the other one? Did I put the short side? No, I didn't. So let's put the short side this side. And then what else have we got? We've got this again as well. I do like this. Let's have this in the middle. Do you know what? Where this lip is, this is where I'm going to fold it like that. Can you still see? I know I'm just off camera a little bit. So I'm going to fold at that tab there, and then let's do a little fold like that. Where's my foam folder gone? Give this, and then we'll put this in there like that. What else have we got? We've got another piece of wallpaper. Oh, we've got some cardstock, craft cardstock, which is probably what we should have used for the cover, but hey ho. Hey ho, hey ho. All right, let's just line this up. There we go. And let's put that in there. So now we have all our pages. Oh, this one's quite thick. It's quite a thick one. And I think I've just moved all the pieces. So let's just make sure all these are in the middle like that, and then put our paper clips on like that. Make sure it is all in like that. And then I think I'm going to sew first. But you know what? I'm getting impatient. So I'm not even going to measure this one. I'm literally just... I'm just eyeballing it. I know. I'm at that point. Let's put that there. And then put this one just there, like that. Perfect. Get our thread. Oh, we're pushing time. We're pushing time. I'm not even measuring the thread. Right, where's my needle gone? There it is. I mean, I think the longest part of putting these signatures together is definitely the papers, because the sewing, I mean, I know I don't do it, and I don't really like it, but I do like it. But it's just not my first option. Right, so let's pull the middle thread, hold it down, go back in through the middle. Let's take that from under there, pull the string, and then one knot, two knot. I still cut too much, but again, that's fine, peoples. It is fine. Don't worry about it, because we probably have enough to do some like mini journals and stuff with the leftovers. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. And then we have our other signature. So first, now I am just going to get my big chopper, and let's see if it should be okay. Hang that over. There we go. Look at that. Oh, delicious. Right, now let's do... Don't forget to take your things out, put them at the top so you don't cut your strands. There we go. And there we go. We have three signatures in under 30 minutes. How about that? So 3 junk journal signatures in 30 minutes. I don't know how long this video is because I forgot to press resume on my iPad when I came back from helping my son. Because I popped off for a little bit because he asked me to pop over. He lives next door. But he asked me to pop over. So I know to some of you, this is, you know, probably not worthy, if that's the right word, of a YouTube video, or of like the challenge that we're doing. But there is so many of us that, especially me, I make ephemera. So I don't tend to make journals, but I really want to try and make journals and stuff like that because I do love them. I love watching the videos. I love seeing how people make them. And I love making the ephemera. So yes, there is possibly easier ways to make these signatures, and that's fair enough. But we've all got to start somewhere. So I thought, what perfect video then if I can make 3 signatures for a junk journal in under 30 minutes, then anybody can. Absolutely. Because, yeah, I am not, it's not my forte. I do make them. I don't film them. I've made plenty of journals. I have made lots and lots of journals, but I wouldn't say that I'm a pro at making journals. But to be honest, with junk journals, you really don't have to be. So I hope you give this a go. Make your own signatures. If you do give this a go, don't forget to tag me on social media. And don't forget to come back for other videos because we're going to actually like do stuff in these journals, in this challenge. Because we've got 3 signatures, we're going to do things like the 3 pockets that I did can go in the journal. I mean, look at that. It's just so cool. Or on there. So I think what we're going to do, I probably should have done this for the first video. So the stuff that we're going to make for 3 under 30, JJ 3 under 30, is going to be, we're going to put them in here. And then at the end of it, we're going to bind them all up in its own little book and we're going to have our own journal. So, yeah, I probably should have done this for the first video, but, you know, it is what it is. Make sure you come back and let's see how much we can fill these 3 signatures by the end of the month. It's going to be so much cool, so cool. We can put belly bands in there and pockets and flips and tucks and woohoo, loads of stuff. So, yeah. Don't forget to use the hashtag. I'm loving seeing all your creations so far. It is so cool. I really am loving it. Don't forget to use the hashtag so that we can search you and see your videos and your Instagram posts and your TikToks and everything. And thank you everybody who has joined in. It's been amazing. It's so much fun. And hopefully by the end of it, we're going to have a really, really cool junk journal. Next time, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Happy crafting and take care. Bye.